I left my home thinking I was chasing a better future. But living alone in a foreign country taught me something I never understood back home. How my father spent his entire life working, suffering, and staying silent just for us.
I still remember the day I left my home. My mother was standing at the door, holding back her tears, pretending to be strong. My father hugged me tightly, not saying much, but his silence spoke louder than words. I thought I was brave. I thought I was chasing a better future. What I didn't realize back then was how much I was leaving behind. Life in a foreign land is not what people show on social media. There are no shortcuts here, no familiar faces, no one who understands your pain when you're tired, broken, and homesick. Every morning, I wake up before the sun rises. I prepare myself for another long day, another shift, another struggle. Sometimes my body is exhausted, but I still get up, and that's when it hits me. This is exactly how my father lived his entire life. He woke up early when his body needed rest. He went to work even when he was sick. He smiled at home so we would never see his pain. Here, in a strange country, when my hands ache from work, I remember my father's hands. Rough, cracked, tired. Hands that never complained. I remember how people used to talk, how they judged him, how they made fun of his job, how they looked down on him because he was a laborer. And yet, he never answered back. He swallowed his pride so we could eat. He accepted insults so we could study. He carried the weight of the world so we could sleep peacefully. When I send money back home today, people praise me. They call me responsible. They say I'm doing something great. But when my father did the same thing his entire life, no one clapped. No one appreciated him. Now, when I struggle to pay rent, when I count every dollar, when I work overtime just to survive, I finally understand. My father lived like this for decades. He listened to people's words. He endured disrespect. He faced humiliation, and he did it silently. Sometimes, after a long day, I sit alone in my room. I stare at the ceiling just like I used to do at home. But now, the thoughts are different. I think about my mother, how she managed the house with limited money, how she hid her worries behind a smile, how she prayed for us every night without asking for anything in return. I think about the sacrifices they never spoke about, the dreams they buried so we could dream freely, the pain they never shared so we could live without fear. And suddenly my struggles don't feel heavy anymore, because I realize something important. I am living the life my father already survived. Every insult I face here, he faced back home. Every tired night I experience, he lived every single day. The difference is, I chose this path. He didn't. He did it because he had no other option. Today, when I talk to him on the phone, his voice sounds older, weaker, but still full of concern for me. He asks if I'm eating properly, if I'm sleeping well, if I'm safe. He never asks if I'm tired, because he knows what tired feels like. And I promise myself, silently, deeply, that I will never let his sacrifices go to waste. I will work harder, not for luxury, not for status, but to give him peace, to give my mother comfort, to make sure they never feel alone in their old age, just like they never left us alone when we were young. If you're listening to this and living away from your parents, remember this. Every dollar you earn carries your father's sweat. Every opportunity you have is built on your mother's prayers. Respect them, call them, thank them, because one day when you finally understand their struggle, you will realize they were the real heroes all along.
Today, I don't complain about long hours or tired nights anymore. Pause, because I finally understand my father lived this struggle every single day. Soft pause. If I can survive a few years away from home, he survived a lifetime for my future. Pause. And the least I can do now is turn his sacrifices into peace.